What's going on? Nerd mixes, A pluses, nerd mixes. It is your boy Indy Uchiha, and I'm here to bring you the review for The Flash, Season 7, Episode 12, Goodbye Vibrations. Now, before we get started, let's go ahead and pay some bills right quick because A Plus Opinions does have a Patreon. That is right. We have a Patreon for the A Plus Hero Report and for A Plus More from Mono pages. All you have to do is go to patreon.com/A Plus Opinions. All the special content for both of these pages will be allocated there. $1, $5, and $10 tiers, people. That's right. $1 gets you in the door. You get access to the Discord, man, where we're over there having all types of conversations, all types of sidebars. It gets kind of crazy over there in the Discord, yo. But you also get access to audio only versions of the podcast and things that we do, so that in case you're driving, you can't watch the video, at least you could still listen to the podcast. Plus Patreon exclusive character breakdowns and Sentai breakdowns. So you guys go ahead, if you get a chance, come check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/A Plus Opinions. Now that we got that out the way, man, how you guys feeling? How were you guys feeling? I knew going into this episode, it was possibly going to be a tearjerker for me because I'm such a fan of Cisco. They totally screwed this episode up. For them to hint at Cisco leaving before, he's been on the show for maybe about 6.5 seasons. There was a half season he was gone. I believe they royally screwed this up. They took a very good concept and just made it bad, made it real bad. First I want to start off that this whole last couple of episodes, Cisco and his girl Kamila have been dwelling on the fact about Kamila was committed to leaving. She's got a gallery that wants some of her work in it, and she's definitely finna go, you know what I'm saying, off and do that, chase her dreams, and was telling Cisco he should be doing the same thing. Cisco actually had a job opportunity somewhere else to move around and, you know, live a life, you know, with his girl Kamila. Who wouldn't want to live a life with Kamila, right? But they wait until the day before they're supposed to leave to tell everybody. One, Kamila, you got to put your 2 weeks in, ma. Like, I don't know how you can do Iris like that. She runs a newspaper, you know what I'm saying? And you're the only photographer on the payroll, and you tell her the day before you leave that you're leaving. I would have told you to pack your stuff and be gone then as a boss, let alone as you being my friend. You know what I'm saying? That just didn't feel like for Kamila and Cisco, who are two very smart individuals, especially Cisco, this seemed like they should have been able to come up with something earlier or not wait till the last minute, because they should have known what the effects of that, how that would affect their friends' businesses with them waiting to the last minute. And there's another thing that really bothered me too. It was the fact that Kamila tells Iris that she's leaving in a day, and Iris already has a butt ton of interviews set up after just finding out. Now, I don't know if she was doing interviews to get a second photographer. I don't remember hearing her state that or anything like that. But if this was, she wasn't looking for anybody, and then Kamila just said that, she set up interviews very quickly. And that was just weird to me. So hopefully it was a thing of where she was looking to get a second photographer anyway, and she already had those interviews set up. But the episode started with Kamila and Cisco sitting the main characters down, you know, the people that have been around for a while, because, you know, the Trinity, Cisco, Barry, and Caitlin are the original three. They're the Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, you know what I'm saying, of this Flash show. And they're telling them they're gonna go, and like Team Flash doesn't even like react to it. They're happy for him. Like you can go. It was weird the way everything seems so out of character. You know, it could possibly be an explanation for Barry with him just coming from a situation where he was over emotional in ways he was handling everything. So maybe he decided to handle this different. But if that's the case, they did a horrible job at explaining all of that, especially when all these people are so close and they're all pretty smart. They're all pretty much intelligent. I don't understand why it was so hard to be able to especially after coming off of having the situation with the different forces, which to me, like I said, ended way too quickly. That could have been a whole season story of what was going on if they did it right. But coming off of that, you can have that real emotional goodbye moment, especially with a character who has been there from day one. You know, Cisco getting a job to go work for Argus and Star City, feel although it feels like it is taking him off the show as a series regular, it just doesn't feel like a goodbye with him going with Star City, going to Star City with, Diggle and his wife putting in the word for him. They need somebody of his caliber there, and he's going to get a big wig job and be able to help more, you know what I'm saying, be more of a hero than just for, you know what I'm saying, Central City. So I understand that Cisco taking that job and the fact that Kamila's going to move to Star City to be with Cisco after she goes and does her thing. You know what I'm saying? His whole transition through everything he's going for is believable, but they really whiffed on Caitlin, Barry, and Iris's reactions to the situation and what was going on, and I didn't like that at all. It really took me out of uh it really feels like it does not pay homage to what Carlos has done with this character and for this show. And I personally wasn't happy about it at all. But the show lets them go on one final mission together. And what is it for? To stop Rainbow Raider 2.0. Now, most villains who deal with controlling emotions normally are bringing out negative emotions in people, right? When they're dealing with the Flash and stuff. But they did a twist. She works with, you know what I'm saying, positive reinforcement, positive emotions, you know what I'm saying, endorphins in your brain, making you really happy. So they tried to play her out like a Robin Hood type where she was stealing from the rich to get back to the poor. She used to I think she worked in collections or something like that, and she was like wiping people's debts out who really needed it, and she kept losing job after job. So she wasn't really a villain. It's just that the way she was going by helping the people was the wrong way, right? So but the problem with that is that the Rainbow Raider really only had about maybe 5 or 6 minutes, maybe 8, maybe 5 to 8 minutes in this episode total. So even though they were trying to make her like the Robin Hood type, you never actually really understood her motivations or whatever was going on to even make it believable. So again, they failed with an interesting villain because she was a one-off, or because they didn't want to spend too much time with the villain. They wanted to spend more time with Team Flash, but then not get the emotional payoff over Carlos leaving the show as Cisco. So to me, they failed on both accounts. And even the big blimp scene when they're coming in and uh Mecha Vibe is saving the day, you know, and the Flash gets the villain off and puts in a good word and has her work with the mayor to, you know what I'm saying, rehabilitate and help people and stuff like that as part of her community service instead of sending her to Iron Heights. None of it was a payoff for me. It just seemed like one of them throwaway episodes of the Flash, and that this episode itself should have been way more important with the importance that Carlos had on this show as Cisco. It's not cool. Literally the best the best to me and the most important part of this show, they couldn't even bring Killer Frost back in order to say goodbye to Cisco. She had to send a text message. You could have brought Killer Frost back and then got a text message from Elasto Man and his girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they're on the other side of the world or some crap. But the only part of this show that felt like it was real and really made you feel like Carlos was getting his just due was the interaction between Chester and Cisco. Cisco bestowing, you know what I'm saying, all the gadgets and all the information that Curtis was going to need in order to be his replacement and be successful at it. That's the only part of this episode that really felt real, other than the end when you have Joe, Caitlin, Barry, and Cisco. And the last thing Cisco wants to do before he leaves, because they had two separate parties, people. You had Kamila and them over at, you know what I'm saying, the news place, throwing a party for her. I don't know why they just couldn't throw a party together. Maybe it was the COVID thing, you know what I'm saying, like filming during COVID. But the whole the throwback to episode, you know what I'm saying, the first couple episodes where Cisco starts playing Lady Gaga for Barry to try to wake him up out of his coma, because that's the song he saw on his Facebook profile. That was dope. And then them karaokeing that as he gave them shirts, you know what I'm saying, like nerd and geek pop culture shirts, especially the Han Shoots First shirt. I love that shirt. Gave Joe, Caitlin, and Barry a shirt that he's worn, you know what I'm saying, in the series, at, you know what I'm saying, as his goodbye, like a piece of him. And then they do the karaoke thing to the Lady Gaga. That scene and the scenes with Curtis are the only ones that felt they were of any value to the character of Cisco. And now my boy's gone. And I feel he's gone and he didn't get his just due what was going on. And with that, we get into the what's going to happen, you know what I'm saying, with the rest of the season, as we get Joe's baby mama dealing with somebody possibly taking over her body, as they use the last like 2 minutes of the episode to set up the future plot line for what's going on. And we don't even know if this is a one-off villain on what's going on. We don't know if this is the big bad for the other half of the season or if this is a one-off. But hey, it is what it is, and it be what it be. But for an episode that I have been waiting for the entire season, to see Carlos get his just do his goodbyes as Cisco, I feel like they missed the ball on it hard, really, really hard, because us fans were attached to that character in particular. You know what I'm saying? Like Caitlin, Barry, and Cisco will always, especially if you're a fan of this series, they really mean a lot. So losing one of that holy trinity, you know what I'm saying, I feel should be way more of a bigger deal than what they gave us. So although it was a typical Flash episode, I feel like this was supposed to be more. I feel like you were supposed to be able to tug at my heartstrings for my connection to that character and everything he has done, being there since day one. This isn't one of them that came along and left. This is a day one dude. But I don't know. What did you guys think about this particular episode of The Flash? You heard my A+ opinion. What's yours? Go ahead and put it in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know every time we pop up something new. Just like that news that broke earlier of Batwing coming to Batwoman. Join us over on the Patreon. Get on the Discord. Join us over on the Facebook. Follow us everywhere at A+ Opinions, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, right up there. You can follow me everywhere at Nerd Mix Alpha. And until next time, as you guys know, keep it A+. This has been a Nerd Mix. Indy out.